What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully everyone's enjoying their summer, but right here in this video we're gonna get ready to unbox the DBRAND, if you saw the title, the DBRAND KillSwitch accessory or storage case or protective case or whatever you want to call it for the Nintendo Switch 2. If you've already seen my previous videos, you guys know that I unboxed and I pretty much have in my hands the Nintendo Switch 2. I've been playing games on it. I'm gonna do a review on it shortly, but right now finally, after pre-ordering it, I waited and I got it from DBRAND, the KillSwitch accessory, which is basically a protective hard case. As you know, you can store your games, you can protect the Nintendo Switch 2 for transport if you're carrying anywhere, and on top of that, also does come with some pretty dope ergonomical grips for it and an attachment as well for the dock, so that you can pretty much, you'll see the attachment later on where you're gonna pretty much be able to dock the Nintendo Switch onto the dock, but in the front, since you know it's gonna make it a little bit more bulkier. Either way, we got it right here in-house, and as you can see, this video, by the way, is not sponsored by DBRAND, but hey, DBRAND, if you're watching, I'd appreciate it. Anyways, as you can see here, the package is pretty dope. I'm gonna show you guys later on, but as you can see, the attention to detail in the packaging is great. There's a whole bunch of text on it, but we're gonna open this up here in the studio. We're gonna check it out, and then of course I'm gonna show you how it looks on the Nintendo Switch 2, and maybe you guys might be interested in picking one up, because I know a lot of people are looking for different cases and protective gear for the Nintendo Switch 2. I like the form factor of this one. I saw a couple of videos on it, so I decided to pick it up. So now let's unbox this and check it out. Oh, by the way, if you can, please hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Now let's open this up. All right, so here we have it once again in the studio, the KillSwitch, or the KillSwitch for the Nintendo Switch 2. There's a lot of switches involved. Either way, as you can see here in the packaging, once again, if you take a close look, you can see all the text, just the detail. I'm not quite sure what it says. I haven't taken the time to read all these words, but basically, as you can see, they do have a lot of attention to detail. A lot of the stuff I bought from them, from you know, skins for my iPhone, for the iPad, for my MacBook Pro, down to the packaging, the detail has always been there, the attention to detail, and of course their craftsmanship. So it was only right that I picked this up. So let's open this here. Once again, everything's like glued. Once again, they take care of packaging here, so it's important. All right, let me see if I can take the box out here. Let me see what we get first. So the first thing we get here is a box here that says read this before opening. So pretty much you already know that's gonna most likely be the warranty or instructions. So we're gonna put this right here for 1 second. Then we also get this DBRAND card right here. So as you can see, it says Prism 2.0. I did get a skin as well for the Nintendo Switch 2, but right here, Prism 2.0 is designed to flawlessly install your screen protector. Also has a screen protector, and I guess this is the microfiber towel. DBRAND, of course, everything with the branding. So let me just put this to the side, and of course, this is I guess a message from, it says signed a robot. So there you have that. Like I said, a lot of attention to detail. So it looks like we have two microfiber towels in the packaging. Then this is the actual screen protector itself, or actually no, this is the skin that I purchased for, and I'm gonna show you that in 1 second, for the joycons or joysticks or whatever you want to call them. So put that right there, and then this should be the box itself. Hold on, make sure I don't knock the camera out the way. Give me 1 second. All right, so there were two more things in the box. Of course, it looks like they gave me two versions. I think one is a metallic, I think, and the other one is a matte. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna open this in a second, see what's the difference. And then it says here, now that you have your product has arrived, you have two options: tag DBRAND on social media, flip over this card. Remember, we know where you live. Oh. And this is the QR code, so we know where you live. All right, so we'll see. Well, technically they do, I guess, because they got my shipping address, but either way, we'll scan this in a bit. Now let's check out the box. All right, so as you can see here, we have the box, and of course, all my oily, sweaty fingerprints all over the matte box. Don't worry, we'll clean this up, and you know, we'll have it good to go for display purposes. But either way, let's open this up here. And there you go. You got your kill switch for your Nintendo Switch 2. So we're going to start things off like this. Of course, if you want to know how this works, it says it right here. Check that out. DBRAND.com. How? Don't screw this up. So I guess this, you know, if you want to know how to assemble this or put it together or attach it to your Nintendo Switch 2, you're going to want to check the website out. But this is also the travel case. I think this is an extra accessory that you have to purchase along with it. I kind of got the whole bundle together because I needed the carrying case for it. So as you can see here, this is kind of like, it's basically like plastic, to be quite honest with you. But it does have the imprints of the button. And then if you look on this side here, DBRAND, there you go. So as you can see, this is like an attachment for it. So I may mess this up, but we're going to give this a shot to see how to exactly open this up. I think here you're going to be able to just, yep, take that off right there. And then that should detach the back side of, there you go. So this is basically the case. This is where the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to go. Take, you can leave this, I think you can leave the styrofoam thing on. Oh no, it detaches. Check that out. So take that part out. As you can see, ergonomic grips here for the back of pretty much, you know, the Joy-Cons. That's one. And then you have the other one. We'll be attaching this right now to the Nintendo Switch 2. And then this is where the actual screen or the Switch itself is going to go on. And like I said, their attention to detail is crazy. Check that out. That's pretty much binary code. I'm not sure what it reads, or I'm not going to decipher it just yet. But this is what goes on in the back of your Nintendo Switch 2. Like I said, it's plastic. And then the add-on that I purchased was this case right here. So this is basically the carrying case that's going to go on top of your Nintendo Switch 2. And as you can see, it has the imprints of the buttons on the left and right hand side of, you know, of the case itself. And in the back side here, in the interior, you're going to be able to carry up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Switch 2 or Switch 1, I guess, games, because I guess they're fitted for both. So the cartridges, basically, you'll be able to carry this, and this is going to sit on top of your Nintendo Switch 2. So let me get my Nintendo Switch 2 and let's assemble this. All right, so I have my Nintendo Switch 2 here, and I was playing Pokemon Scarlet, and as well as Mario Kart World, which is a digital version. But right now, we're going to detach the right Joy-Con here, and let me pretty much put on this ergonomic grip. Let me see here, which side is it? It would be this side. So this should pretty much just slide in. Boom. Perfect. It's a perfect fit. So check that out. There you go. And it's gonna make your Joy-Con a little bit a lot much bigger. And as you can see, it has this kind of like this grip here on the side. And if I were to show you or kind of explain to you, this is like a texturized feel. I think they did an update from the time of this recording where they're going to pretty much upgrade, I guess, all your Switch or your Kill Switch accessories with this grip, which does feel, you know, it gives you a much better feel and a hold of the Joy-Con itself. And I'm going to do the same for this side here. So detach that. Let's attach this here too. Boom. And like I said, perfect fit. Look at that. So check that out. Like I said, the form factor and the grip is much better for these, you know, Joy-Cons. And then last but not least, of course, it's the Nintendo Switch 2 itself. So that kind of should go. Let me see. This has like some protective. Give me 1 second. There's this. If you take a look, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like some film here that I have to like protective film. I have to peel off on both sides. Take that off. And then now this should, and it does have the cutout, as you can see, for the kickstand. So let's put that there. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect fit. I don't know what this thing is sticking out, but hopefully that wasn't part of the video that I needed to check out. But either way, hold on. There you go. All right, there you have it. As you can see here, we've managed to put on the KillSwitch case for it. And like I said, the form factor is great. It feels, good to hold. It has a much sturdier grip, especially with these, texturized grips on the side, and as well as all the openings for the ports, speakers, for the USB-C, for your headphone jack, of course, if you're going to charge, and your speakers in at the bottom. And then you also have access, of course, right here for the kickstand. So like I said, it's good. It has a good form factor to it, a good feel, and pretty much it feels much sturdier than if you were just holding the Nintendo Switch 2 by itself. And then I'm going to take this out right here and show you guys how this kind of just, pops right on. Once again, this is to hold any games inside. And then as you can see, it matches the layout of the buttons. So you just place this right above the Nintendo Switch 2 and then flip it over. Take this cord right here. It's almost as if it was a bungee cord, and then just snap it right in place. And there you go. I left the screen on so you can kind of see through it. And this is a hard carrying case for it. So, plastic, but it does protect the screen, and you can kind of throw this in a bag. And then when it's time, to take the Switch out and use it, you could just, once again, take this like bungee cord off and snap it right back on. And there you go. You have a good case, and it does still have an opening here. So if you need to charge it on the go, you have that port open at the top. So I wouldn't say waterproof, but definitely worth carrying. And then what else we have in here? This is the attachment for the dock. So as you guys already know, when you have, your dock, it may be a little bit rough the way I have things set up here in the studio to show you, but your dock would go in the back right here, and your Switch with even, I think, well, you have to take this case off. Give me a second. So let me just take this thing off here. I'm going to give you an idea. I'm going to see if I can get a B-roll footage later of it on the dock. But you would dock your Nintendo Switch 2 right here, as you can see with the, bird's eye view. Give me a second. There you go. Oh, hold on. I don't think it clicked in. Yeah, there you have it. So it docks in like that, and then your original dock would go behind it. Reason being is because with this bulkier case, this is not going to fit in the dock for the Nintendo Switch 2, the original one that comes with it. So you're going to need this adapter. But the cool thing is that you can dock your Nintendo Switch 2 in the front, and you can still see the display. And you do still have the USB-C pass-through for charging. And let's see what we got in here. What's this? These are, okay, these are grips, I guess, for the, yeah, these are grips for the Joy-Con things here, see? So you can add this, give more like a rubbery textured grip here. Let me see how this goes. There you go. It just slips right on. And then you could get this other one here for the other side. Hopefully I'm not clicking away on any games. There you go. And then now you have, oh, this is much better. You have a texturized grip. Check that out for your thumbsticks. Look at that. Hold on, let it zoom in. Nice. See? So you got, yeah, they thought of everything here. So this is pretty good. I like this. Once again, if you're a gamer, you already know you want better grips. And yeah, it does feel way better, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like a rubbery textured grip here. So glad they included that. I didn't even know they included it, or I forgot that they did. But like I said, they thought of everything. And what else here? Oh, check this out. This is actually a protector for your kickstand. So you can actually attach this to the back of your kickstand, I guess, to protect it as well. They got like I said, they literally thought of everything. So you take this out and you just stick this right onto your kickstand. Check that out. That's awesome. Let me make sure I align this properly. There you go. And now you have, look at that. this is also is like a rubber texture to it. So now you have pretty much protection for your kickstand. That's cool. Like I said, they thought of everything here, from protecting the kickstand, the screen protector that I got installed next, and then of course to protect your even the kickstand. So see, now it's much sturdier, it's a little wider, and it doesn't feel as flimsy as, you know, as it originally did. So now we got, look at that protection right there for the kickstand. Pretty dope. And I believe that's it for the packaging. Just make sure not to eat this. We already know silica gel. They keep it here for, you know, to conserve stuff, but don't eat that. And then last but not least was this. Scan if you ever need to use these. What is this? I'm not cool. Oh, these are like grips. I gotta check this out. I think I just peeled this one by accident. I don't know what this is. These are for the, oh, I think these are for the interior, the inside of the case. You would probably never use these, who knows. And yeah, and then they got some little like rubber stoppers. And I'm gonna scan this and check what this is for. And last but not least, of course, I think I was supposed to open this before, but you know, sometimes you just don't pay attention. So you open this, and what is this here? Oh, this is, here we go. This is the cleaning kit, and of course the screen protector. So I think it comes with two to apply the screen protector. So we'll do that right now. But yeah, that's about it for the accessories. And it says I can read instructions. Check that out right here. I can read instructions, because once again, we tend to not read instructions when we're doing things. So let's apply the screen protector, let's apply the decal or the skin, and then let's get a final look at the Nintendo Switch 2 with the DBRAND KillSwitch accessory. All right, so we're gonna install the screen protector here, and I like the, I guess, mechanism or whatever you want to call it, tray that they have here to make the installation as easy as possible. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is, they do provide you with a cleaning kit here. So you're gonna open this up here. You see it's like almost like a matchbox. There you go. Comes with a squeegee and of course a microfiber towel, which we kind of already took one out from the original packaging and make sure this thing is focusing. Oh, there you go. And then we also have some swabs here, alcohol swab, alcohol wipe, whatever you want to call it, so that you can pretty much clean your screen, make sure there's no dust or fingerprints on it. Here we go. So I'm gonna wipe. Oh, by the way, I also had to take off the KillSwitch case off of it, because instructions say to remove it before installing. Look at all that, there's a lot of dirt. Before installing here this screen protector. So we're gonna wipe the screen as good as possible here. Hopefully there's no dirt floating around in the air here in the room. I like that they provide, you know, most companies do. They provide everything you need: squeegee, alcohol pad, microfiber towel, and they actually did provide two, just in case I guess you mess one up. There you go. Just cleaning the case. I mean, not the case, the screen. Trying to make sure there's no dirt or any like hair or anything. All right. Very good. I think this is as clean as it's gonna get. So this thing here, there's a certain way to do it. There's a pull tab as well on this side to remove. So the way you do this is, from my understanding and seeing the video, hopefully we get it on one shot. I just want to make sure there's like really, there's no dirt or anything on it. So you just place this on top, like so. There's a pull tab here. Just hold it here. They said not to press down on the, you know, make sure it's secured. Hold it. And then just pull this tab here. Give it a few seconds, let it kind of sit in place. You can see it kind of sticking on. Give a little assistance there. All right. Then say swipe down right here, down the middle. Kind of make sure it's in place. And this should be it, right? Yeah, there you go. One shot, one deal, baby. And there are no bubbles. It really is easy. Just follow instructions and check that out. No bubbles. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Very nice. Very clean install. Check that out. Very good. And then now we can put the KillSwitch case back on. All right, so screen protector done. All right, the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna install right here the Obsidian. That's what it's called actually, the Obsidian DBRAND skin that I got. This, if you're a Call of Duty fan, you know the weapon camos. It's kind of like a metallic purplish. It looks black on screen, but check that out. I don't know if you can tell from the light angles. It does have, you know, the topographic, I guess, design on it, and it does shine in the light. And we're gonna be applying these bad boys to the Joy-Cons. I'm gonna clean these here, and of course, then I'm going to show you guys the final product here. So just gotta make sure both of these are, you know, clean, and we're just gonna apply these and call it a day. So I'm just gonna take these rubber grips off that came with the KillSwitch. So once again, these are the two, and we're gonna try to get this done in one quick shot here. Just want to make sure there's no dirt or anything on the Joy-Cons themselves. Let's install the left one here. Always, give me a sec. Okay, peel this right off. And let me try to align this perfectly here. I'll be right back, guys. Let me get this done. All right, guys, so check this out. I managed to finish here installing the DBRAND Obsidian skin. This is the matte black one. I just wanted to quickly explain to you why I got two of them. And I got the same set for my MacBook Pro laptop. So basically, if you take a look here, once again, a close look, this is like that matte black finish with a sort of glossy imprint of it on top, on both. So check that out. It looks awesome. I love the look of it. The reason to give you a second one is because the original one, remember I told you guys about the Call of Duty skin for your weapon. This is the one. This is a metallic one, as you can see here up close. There you go. It's a sort of a holographic metallic. This is the original color. It's a metallic rainbow purple color. This is the one that's originally, I guess, from the weapon skins from Call of Duty. And this time around, I decided to pretty much adhere and attach this one, the matte black one. Once I get tired of this, I'll be placing and applying this skin here. Once I get tired, I guess, of the matte black and I want to spice it up. But as you can see, this is the second set here, and it has that cool holographic look to it, as you can see there. And this is the Obsidian skin. Of course, if you're a Call of Duty fan, then you know the deal. And now that we have everything in place, as you can see here, once again, this is done. Screen protector on. Nice, clean. Look at that. Check that out. No bubbles. And now the DBRAND skin, the KillSwitch is on. Let me place that right there. And one final thing here. Those rubber, grips that you saw here in this box. Give me a second. So remember what came in here? I checked it out on the video. They give these sort of these right here you see here, these are for the bottom inside, the inside tray. So it's like an anti-slip, I guess you can say, grip. And then they recommended to place these here. So peel this off. And they said it would be good to place these around here. So you see that right there? Place them right there to give it more of a grip, anti-friction, I guess, or anti-slip. It has like a better grip. So you're gonna place a couple of these here. As you can see, they're sticky. Check that out. So they said place maybe like 2 or 3. So that's what we're gonna do. And this should give anti like slip, because people were saying that these grips were sort of coming off. So, or slipping off. All right, peel that off. So as you can see, you have like 2 there. And I think 2 should be enough. So you just put your Joy-Con back there. There you go. I guess people were complaining that it was like slightly slipping off. So there you go. You put that on the inside, and you should have like just press that down. And there you go. Then you should have that back in place. And of course, make sure to put your thumbstick grip back on. That's one. And we're gonna do the same here for the other one here. I said place like at least 2 to 3 here. So I'll place 1 there. Peel that off. Okay, 1 more. Once again, these guys think of everything. Those robots over there, AI robots or whatever they are, they're not from this planet, clearly. All right, so there you go. So now you have 2. That should give you better grip. Pop that Joy-Con right back in there. Like I said, press down here in the area that you kind of place those stick-on pads. All right, pressing those down. Nice, there you go, nice and snug. And check that out. The skin looks great. Look at that. Check that out. That looks awesome. I like the skin. And then last but not least, let's just place these back on. Almost forgot. Hold on. Almost forgot the other thumbstick grip. I think we're good. I want to make sure that's secure. All right, guys, and there you have it. You have your KillSwitch case for your Nintendo Switch 2. It looks great. Look at that. The matte black on black design. And then, of course, let me go get the station, the dock, so you guys can see how this works with the accessory. Let me clean this up as well. There's a whole mess here. All right, and I managed to disconnect my Nintendo Switch 2 dock here from, I have it kind of tucked away behind the monitors and everything, but I just want to quickly show you how this dock works, the one that comes with it, because as you can see, because this is a much bulkier from everything on the back, this does not fit. Nope, does not fit inside the original Nintendo Switch 2 dock. So what you got to do is you got to take this one here. So as you can see here, this is your dock that you have here. And you're going to place this, as you can see here, it does have the USB-C connection in the back right here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to slide right over. Check it right there, and it's gonna sit. You see? Check it on the side. Once again, let me just show you what I did. So this slides like this. right over. So you see that there's a slit here, right over the original Nintendo Switch 2 dock. It clicks in place there because it has, remember, that USB-C connection. And now that you have it in this setup right here, you can take your Nintendo Switch 2. There is a USB-C right here. You're gonna put this right there and dock it right on top. Boom. And there you go. You have now your Nintendo Switch 2 dock with the Nintendo Switch 2 in the front. Check that out. So you can display it and you can kind of check it out, which is pretty dope. Let me see. It should power on. Yeah, there you go. And now you have your Nintendo Switch 2 right there. Perfect.